Heyo, another edition of this week's comics with your guy Hartley Holmberg here. So let's get at it. First off, I got Justice League by Brian Michael Bennis. Good old Marquez. I'm forgetting the guy's first name. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. I'm glad to see Naomi front and center in the storyline for her miniseries continue on to this point. I've got nothing but praise. The backup story by Ram V, the Justice League Dark story, has been fantastic. They're getting into Ragman. Love it, love it, love it. Next up, we got The Flash. I'm really enjoying seeing Wally back in the driver's seat. The plot thus far is Wally goes to retire. He wants to spend time with his kids and wife, and he's going to get his powers removed with Barry, and something goes amiss, and now he's hurling through time, taking over the body of other speedsters through the timeline, and obviously in this one, he takes over Jay Garrick. Can't wait to read it. Next up, we got Ultra Mega from Image Comics. The first issue is an absolute blast. One of the things I'm loving about this more than anything is that each issue is an oversized volume, and they're managing to pull it off monthly. I don't know if that just means that the art is just super fast or they had a lot of head time on this. It's a lot of fun, but I did find the second issue was a little stifled. Something about it, the writing seemed a little funky. There's a big time gap between issue 1 and issue 2. Maybe that was the problem for me. I'm hoping that this issue is a lot of fun and we get back more into giant monsters fighting. Maybe that was the problem. Issue 2 didn't have too much in the way of giant monsters, and that kind of bummed me out a little bit. Next up, we got Tom Taylor's Nightwing, art by Redondo. These guys are fantastic. I did a quick skim through this issue, and it kind of blew my mind. I can't wait to read this. Tom Taylor's DC stuff is killing it. If you like Tom Taylor at all, you got to read this. Next up, we got Superman. Red, white, and blue, and red and blue. I don't know why I threw the white in there. Maybe it's because I'm a whitey. First off, I got to point out we got a cover by Paul Pope, and there's interior story and art by Michael Fife. I'm super, super stoked. This series has been a lot of fun. And Paul Pope and Fife in the same issue. Come on. Next up, and this is the last of this week's news stuff, for me anyways. Except of a couple little teasers. X-O Manowar Book 1, The Hopeless Run. I've really been enjoying Valiant stuff for quite some time now. I don't think they get enough play in the comics press overall. X-O Manowar is a great property. Hopeless is a solid writer. I can't wait to get into this. So for other stuff from this week, what do I got here? Well, I got my little borrowy copy of Heroes Reborn #3. The first 2 issues were fantastic. I'm not crazy about the rotating artist thing going on here, but, hey, it's what you got to do to make it weekly. I get that, and it's been a hell of a lot of fun. I can't wait to read this. And then I got a little neat thing that I also picked up this week for my daughter. This is through the comic store, through previews and all that, through Diamond. Peter Porker's Spectacular Spider-Ham, Golden Book. My daughter loves these things. I love reading them with her. An absolute blast. And then we got stuff, a book that I kept on forgetting to pick up. It's been sitting in my box, and I kept on forgetting about it, Crime Syndicate. This has been a really fun miniseries. Enjoying the hell out of it. The reinvention of the Crime Syndicate. They're pretty much exactly what you recall, just with a little bit of a tweak here and there. Can't wait to read this issue. Then, next up, since I didn't really get anything from Marvel this week, I've been getting into the Greg Pak Totally Awesome Hulk run, wrapping up. I believe this is the last volume, volume 3 from this, the Totally Awesome Hulk series. And then the story carries over into the World War Hulk series. Now, it's hard to get copies of Marvel books nowadays. The next one in the series, I got to get this issue still, Return to Planet Hulk. I might be stuck having to get it off Amazon, but I'm really looking forward to this. The last week's DC Asian special really had me thinking about the Asian creators whose work I enjoy. Greg Pak is way at the top of the chart for me on that one, and that last week's DC Asian special was absolutely wonderful. I loved it. And then I'm going to do a quick little shout out. Shout out to The Resistance by Joe Michael Straczynski, with art by Mike Deodato Jr. This was absolutely wonderful. I think the stuff done by AWA, the Upshot stuff, it's not getting, AWA, I think Upshot's just like a little sort of genre moniker or something like that. I don't know what the Upshot has to do with anything. Maybe the whole name is AWA Upshot, but I think it's just AWA, which stands for Artists, Writers, and Artisans. Anyways, the premise behind the Resistance is there's a virus that starts to wipe out humanity. It's something like 400 million people die. It spreads like wildfire, and then it miraculously stops, and what's left over are people who got the virus and survive have superpowers. There's millions of people on the planet with superpowers, and it kind of just destabilizes everything after the world's already been destabilized. The crazy part about this is it came out right at the beginning of the pandemic, so I'm glad I waited to read this until now, because there's little moments that were a little jarring. The pandemic's been tough on all of us. But man, let me tell you, this is absolutely wonderful. It deserves more praise. More people need to know about this. Hence me going off about The Resistance by JMS and Deodato. And then, I managed to find these at my local pawn shop. The Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes Volume 2. And these wonderful Rebirth Volume, Suicide Squad Volume 1. I have all the singles, but I got this for $20, and for $20, Jesus wept. Why the heck wouldn't I buy this thing? This is a really good run. It might be the last thing Jim Lee attempted as a regular artist. Man, the guy can't put out more than like maybe 6 issues in a row nowadays without just, getting derailed and all that. And I think he was only doing like half issues anyways. Anyways, this was a lot of fun. And hey, secondhand comics. Who doesn't like some secondhand comics? So there you go. There's my comics of the week with a little shout out to The Resistance. Hope you're all doing well. And in the comment section, tell me the kind of stuff you're into this week, what you've been enjoying reading. Ciao for now.